Oh, folks, I'm sorry. I stepped out of the room and to tell them some stuff, and I let Tom get away from me. Isn't that crazy? Hello, Linda. Hello, Nancy. Let's see who else is in here. I already said hi to Brenda and Susan. I think I got everybody. I hope. Well, I'm glad you popped in, Linda. We just got back a few minutes, well, not a few minutes ago, but about an hour ago, at looking at some parcels over here for sale that I am highly interested in, because I figure this is like in between my home and Kentucky, and it's pretty much good for growing a lot of stuff, more growing season than it is in Kentucky. So it would be pretty awesome. And I really like the land over there. Got a lot of trees on it, though, that need to come down, but hey, that's all right. Let's see. What all did I want to tell you? Okay, so I'm working on trying to figure out a new schedule, because 3 o'clock in the afternoon sometimes is a little hard for me to get to come on. And I'm thinking about, since I have an opening, I think at 12 now, I think I'm going to go back to 12, but I'll let you guys know Wednesday night whether I make that change, or maybe I'll make it next week. I don't know. But noon is so much easier for me, and I really miss that 12 o'clock on Monday afternoons. Let's see, what am I missing here? Hey, Teresa, I'm glad. Hope you got my message. So I ran up here to Georgia to get some space and time to try to relax and come back to earth. I've been so very busy, and so just stressed out really bad. So, oh, thank you. I'm glad you got it, Teresa. Yes, and how is your mom doing? We haven't talked about that in a while. So the one thing I'm going to have a hard time with is the pollen. I'm telling you, my truck is almost yellow. It is so much pollen in the air because of the pine trees. This is a very wooded area. She's okay, just confused and still needs a good roommate. Oh. And I forgot to get something to write with. I'm trying to whisper because Michael's sleeping and he's in a room right over that way. And I didn't want to keep him up because he has to drive at nighttime. But it's so much better reception in here, and you guys can see me in here. I just heard a weird noise. Oh well. I still have that open. I gotta close that. So, let's see, what else did I want to tell you guys? Okay, so I'm going to change that, and I'm going to be making some more videos because I'm going to have more time during the day. Thank the Lord. I really need more time. And let's see, what else? I'm just super excited, and I'm going to start cleaning out my house and getting rid of things that I don't use and don't want to take with me so that I'm prepared for the future. When I get home.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. She didn't realize I was on already. That's my girl, Wilma. We care cleaning and organizing. Well, we are cleaning and organizing now. Good for you. Are you guys looking for plan too, Nancy? Or I know you mentioned wanting some. Hold on, I gotta close this door.
This is great. Did you see this girl open one?
I got something to write on. How is the picture and everything? Because y'all know I'm out in the middle of nowhere, right? That's some of the things that'll be concerning me with the move. If this happens for me, I will need to find good internet. Wow. Trying to find a pen. I know I got a pen in this pocketbook. There's one. Thank you. She throwed one at me. Did you see that? You see how rotten they are? They throw things at me. Anyways, let's see. What am I missing? I've been praying for her and you. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Susan. She really needs it. Most of all, she needs a good roommate. I need time, strength, and energy. I'm getting too old for this stuff. Yeah. And y'all, I'm telling you, I'm so aggravated with myself. I totally forgot to give myself my shot, and I'm kind of dragging. You look and sound great. Thank you. I feel much better. I mean, I really do. I feel really relaxed right now. Picture and sound is great. Thank you. Thank you. Looks great. I go the 17th to have the loop record and Yes, we are still looking for a house on and land. Okay, cool. Um, oh, that's what I've been needing is my neck to pop. That feels so much better. Um, hello, Barb. How are you today, dear? I hope I didn't miss anybody. I hope I've said hi to everybody and thank you for the thumbs up, young. Um, I believe I haven't talked to Linda yet. I need to call her in a little bit, find out what day she wants me to come over. Oh, there's such a beautiful red bird playing around out there in the trees. Squirrel, right? Everything always catches my eye, and I just can't imagine living where I could just be so peaceful. But anyways, um, I brought my new bee suit. I hope you guys saw my video. I know some of you did because you guys commented, but we actually saw the queen this time on that video. It's not on the video because I wasn't recording at that moment, which really frustrates me because I would really love to get her marked and on video. But she's gorgeous. Great big huge mama. Let's see here. What are you guys saying? I walked in those shoes with my mother-in-law before she died. I know how hard it is, Kathy and Teresa. Yeah. I do love watching the birds too. Yeah, my mama is she doesn't know whether she's coming or going. She called me the other day. I think this is after my last video, so I probably haven't mentioned it. But she called me pretty much in hysteria, worried, sick about my nephew, because him and his father supposedly left the house in a hurry, and she thought that he had gotten hurt. And she couldn't figure out why they haven't come back or called her, nothing. So when I got off the phone with her, I very quickly called my nephew and I said, Ben, Grandma's really worried about you. She thinks that you got hurt. Can you give her a call? Because she's freaking out. And he said, Aunt Kathy, I didn't get hurt. I'm driving in the driveway right now. I said, good. Go in there and ease her mind and make her feel better. So he did. But I'm like, she's not even putting together normal activities properly. When I took her to Mary's funeral with me, I politely asked her to stay right where she was at, right in front of David, the pew right in front of David. And David did not know I didn't want her to move. So I had to go out and help my daughter take the kids to my daughter because the baby was acting up and she left. My mom came out very loud, not realizing that you can still hear inside of a building. Just because you're outside doesn't mean you're not able to hear. And also when we went in, I asked her very politely, I said, Mom, please don't say anything when we go in here because they're having the service already because we're late. Okay. As soon as we walked in the door, she's like, where are we supposed to go? What are we supposed to do? She starts asking all these questions. I'm like, shh, I'll take you. Just please don't say nothing else. I'm like, oh, geez. And it's only going to get worse. So I have to prepare myself and get my whole mental self ready for that and other things that are going on behind the scenes that are really making me very uneasy. Got to go tomorrow and get things for my sister's room to make more room in there. She is getting worse. She has hospice 3 days a week. Now they will be coming soon. Wow. Oh, becoming daily soon. Wow. Definitely praying for you, Barb. Listening while I attempt to put a tiller together. Hope and pray for me. Yes, I will, Julie. That's a job. You know, I'm because I've set my mind on a goal. Now, I'm not saying that it has to be here, but I'm set my mind on a goal and finding property. I'm praying that God sends me to the right place for the right amount of money and able to take care of it.
Well, you're trying to do that much, and I'm trying to do that much.
It's hard. She is a baby sister. Baby sister, she's 63. Oh, yeah. It's not easy. My baby sister passed away. Well, not the baby, middle sister passed away. Was it last year or the year before? I don't know. I lose track of time. She just recently passed this a little over a year ago, I think. And I think that has a lot to do with the progression of my mom's Alzheimer's. In my experience, I don't know if this is scientifically correct, but in my experiences, when someone with Alzheimer goes through very harsh shocks of loss or different issues, they tend to progress very quickly in the disease and they go downhill quickly. And see, I believe, looking back, I think that we had signs of it when we were taking care of my aunt, and I can't remember what year that was in. I think that was in 12. I'm not sure, but she had early. She would forget things, and I think that at that time, her stress level was high because she worked. She managed my aunt's affairs, and she took care of my father, who was ailing, and she would help me out with my Linda, too. My Linda was still alive at the time. And then she's progressively, through the years of losing my aunt and my dad and my daughter, and, we've lost several family members in the last 10 years, and it's just taken a toll on her, and even my own health scare when I had my heart attack and the cancer. She was right there. She's always been right there. She never missed a day of not coming to make sure I had food or helping me out with laundry. And oh, that bird is so beautiful. He's playing with my mind. She just was so attentive to me and to anybody that was sick. And I just feel like with all the loss, because my sister was very sick before she passed and she lived with her. And I just think that all this loss is just really gone straight down, down, down. So what I'm trying to figure out, I've got to figure out, even though I'm going to downsize and everything, I've got so much crap, guys. God, you got to pray for me. Please, 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 please pray for me. I really need to get rid of all the clutter, and I get obsessed with things, and I can't stop sometimes. There's a couple of things that I'm obsessed about. One is pantry, and number 2 is my crafts and my sewing and everything. So I've got to figure out, okay, what am I going to keep and what am I going to let go of? And even though both of those things are standard in what do you call it? Country home, I should say. Hey, how's it going? Adam's Eden Farm. Let's see. This week, I have to verify it because it changes on when I'm working and stuff like that. But I believe next week I'm going to go back to noon. That's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you can make it next Monday. And of course, I'm stayed the same all the time on 9 o'clock on Wednesday Eastern Standard Time. So those will be my changes, I hope, to make, because I just feel like it would be easier for me. That gives me a chance to, if I'm working in the yard, to come in and take a break in the heat of the day and talk to you guys, and to be able to get something to eat and drink. I just think it's a perfect timing. At 3 o'clock, I'm just beat and I want to go to sleep. I know it's terrible, isn't it? Oh, I said I'm going to change my hours from 3 o'clock on Mondays to noon Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because I think that it will be better for me to be able to come in from the heat and rejuvenate, and then I can go back outside, and hopefully I won't want to go to bed, because when I come in at 3 o'clock, I'm just ready to go to sleep. I will be doing the homeschooling group class next Monday. I don't get home until 12:30 your time. Oh, wow. But this will be the last one. Oh, I am burning up. Hang on a minute. I'm going to ask if I can open up these windows in here. I'll be right back. Sorry, folks. Maybe that'll help because right over on the other side, they've got a heat lamp going for the chicks. So hopefully that'll work. I try watching it hits and misses right now. Part of it's probably the fact that I'm out in the country. And that's what I wanted to know too. What to expect for my channel and everything too. How I'm going to, be able to get good internet out in the country, Okay. The land thingy is more money than I want to pay. Just saying. And some of you may say, oh, that's a great price. But from what I'm told from right here, it's kind of high. There's, the one lot number 7 is 13.3 acres for $74,900. And lot 2 is 8.41 acres for $64,900. Lot 6 is 10.73 acres for $74,900. And lot 4 is 6.59 acres for $49,900. Now that one I'm really interested in. Although I would love to have the 13-acre one, but they're all right next to each other. There's one here for 7.59 acres for $57,500. And they're all, to me and to Michael, who lives in this area, he said that's very, very high for this area. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to talk them down or not. Let's see. Sherry from Two Family Home is home from the hospital and doing good now. Thanks for all your prayers. Aw. I was so glad to hear that. I am, if I can work it out to keep my home in Cocoa and buy a place outside of that, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 2 homes. And the reason why my home in Cocoa is paid off. The only thing I have to pay on that is my taxes every year. And I've dropped insurance and everything on it. I don't, it is what it is. I can't afford the insurance. It's outrageous for insurance anymore, and they keep going over, and it's just a miserable thing. So my thought process is, because all my children still live in Cocoa, and so does my mother, and until we will have to do a lot of work to this because it's raw land, and I like to build a cabin or a house, a home, and what I'd like to do is have a small, either small one. The bedrooms I want small, either 1 or 2 bedrooms. What I want large is I would like the large part of the house. I want kitchen, if we build. I want a nice sized kitchen, a good sized living room for sitting and talking and maybe watching TV or whatever, or doing YouTube or something like that. And that room doesn't even have to be that big. I want my main focus to be on the kitchen and dining room because that's where we spend most of our time. That's where I spend most of my time. And I would like, I probably won't ever get it, but I'd like to have a walk-in freezer and refrigerator. But that probably will never happen because of the cost. But and if we can't build to where I want, to what I want, I might look into getting a small mobile home, like the smallest that they have, and build outhouses. Out. I don't know, it's not an outhouse. That's a toilet. I can't think of the name of it. Outside structures, so that I can and I can and do stuff outside, so that I'm not because the summers gets pretty hot here too. It's not. I mean, they get good cold winters, but not a whole lot of cold winters, and they get really hot like I do in the summer too. And they don't have that ocean breeze like I do at home. Hello, Anastasia. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Never met them, but they have good hearts for all little folks. Yes, that's right. Sweet people. Outbuildings. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Teresa. I wish I had an outdoor kitchen. Yeah. I just feel like, hey, Glenn, I just feel like that'd be so much better for me, you know? And then what I would like to do is to, once I get that and get it ready to live in, I'd like to get all of my stuff that I have at my home and turn it into a bed and breakfast type deal. What do we call it?
B&B.
Yes. What did you say?
B&B.
B&D?
B&B.
B&B. Yeah, but not where I'm giving them breakfast or anything, where they can just come and stay and have all the amenities of, like dishes and linen and stuff like that, the necessities, and rent it out so that I can continue to go back home and stay there when I need to. Like if I want to go and spend a week with my grandkids, I'll be able to do it. I'm glad you're doing good, Anastasia. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments running in and out of here. So I hope you all will pray with me and Airbnb. That's what it's called, with the kitchenette. Yep. So I hope that you guys will pray with me and let the Lord see to it that I am able to fulfill my dreams before I can't, or else I'm going to have to give up my dreams of ever homesteading, real homesteading. I know I got a homestead, but I mean out in the country living, farming type thing is what I really want. That's right. Right now I'm looking in Georgia. There's some really nice tracks close to my girlfriend. It's like 10 minutes away, I think. We went, well, this is kind of freaky and funny. I kept saying all along that I kept seeing um, tracks on Dozer Road, right? So we pulled up the Zillow, and there's definitely tracks on Dozer Road. Well, Dozer Road is right next door. I mean, right over here. I could walk there in 5 minutes. And in fact, I did my walking up their driveway and back this morning. I got to do some more. That's another thing I want to talk to you about is my weight. I'm gaining weight. So I am, and God help me, when I come up here, I really get fed. I'm telling you, she just makes the most awesome food. But anyways, I always gain weight when I come up here. But I really need to get back on my weight, and because I put on some weight. But anyways, I don't know why I got off on that. Dozer Road is a little dirt road that goes. Their property actually, Mike's property, butts up to it. Hey. Mike's property actually butts up to the road on Dozer Road, but there's people that live between here and Dozer Road on this front part of the frontage. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. And so if the bridge weren't out down there, we could just go straight through, and I could be here in less than 2 minutes. But because the bridge is out halfway down Dozer Road, I have to go out here, down that way, down to 80, and over to the Ridge Road, and over to Dozer, and then down Dirt Road to get to where the property's at, which is about 10 minutes if I drove straight there and went, normal speed. So that'll be nice and close. And that way, I'm 6 hours from Florida. I'm 6 hours from Kentucky. And I'm about 3 hours from my sister in Tennessee. And it's just pretty much like right in the middle of everything. And that's why I thought, okay, I could settle for this. Even though I always dreamed about being in Alaska and in the mountains of Alaska and everything, I think that their weather and everything is just too much for me. And maybe even Kentucky because of my health and all that's going on. So I just think that Georgia is like probably the best place for me. Oh, I know, Teresa. It's hard. And I know that you have trouble because you got to stay off the carbs. So you too been stress eating and setting too much. Yeah. I have not been, how do I say this? Okay. Y'all know I'm busy all the time. But I looked at my thingy from last week. My Fitbit, and Teresa and I are on Fitbit together. And literally last week, I only did 13,084 steps. And I'm like, how is that possible? That was the apple butter that we opened this morning popping like that. Is that weird or what?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of steps that I'm behind. And Teresa can tell you, I usually do at least 12,000 steps more, like double that every week. So I don't know what happened last week. I mean, I do know that I was very not, how do I say? I can't say I was very sick, but I was feeling very badly, very poorly last week. And I wasn't really doing much of anything. In fact, I had to take Tylenol for the first time today because my head hurt so bad. And I know it's the pollen. And it's the pollen here too, because not doing, my truck was yellow whenever I was at home, but it's yellow here because of all the pine. So I'm, and that property is full of pine. So, but there's a lot of saplings and stuff. And when Will and I were talking, some of those would not be hard at all to make a nice what do you call it? Pasture for cows and stuff like that. So I'm really super excited about this, guys. And I've just got to be able to find a way to finance it because I don't have the money to buy it outright. And I just don't know how I'm going to swing it, but I really want it so bad. And I know that when you want something and God knows your heart, I know that He does His best to do for you. And so I'm putting it in God's hands and letting Him take the wheels, and hopefully we'll find a way together. I don't want to jump the gun and do it for Him, but I want to do it with Him. Does that make sense? I don't want to go out of the will of the Lord, but I want to be able to fulfill my dreams, and I know that the Lord wants to fulfill my dreams too. I have to run out and check on my mom. She is giving them a hard time. Supreme can't go. I will turn you on my phone and listen. I wish you were coming to Kentucky, though. Yeah, I do too, Teresa, but it's awfully cold there, too. It totally does, Kathy. Yep. So, just trying to figure out the will of the Lord and trying to figure out what I need to do, And can David be happy up here, too, with just me, Because, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but David and I don't have, you guys are closest. I mean, we've got friends. I've got friends like Wilma and stuff, but David really doesn't have many living friends left. And he's never been one for hanging out with friends much either. So it may not be as hard on him as I think it will be. I don't know. And, I mean, it being 6 hours away, him and I could just hop in the car and take off back home and spend a few days with the kids and come on back, That's why I want to keep the house in Cocoa and possibly do a B&B. So does any of you guys have prayers that I can add to my list? I got Barbara's sister and Teresa's mom, and praying that Julie gets that tiller put together. That is no easy thing. And I want to pray for my daughter Becky. Tomorrow she's having a termite inspection. She's finding termites in the yard, and I'm just praying she doesn't have them in her house. So they just bought this house. This is ridiculous. It should not be. So so I'm trying to think of what else. And praise the Lord. We're going to give praise for Sherry being home and to continue to build her health and make the doctors liars. Because we all know that Christ is the one that has the whole picture and the whole say-so, not just the doctors. It sounds like my husband, Kathy, and I, that David doesn't know a stranger. At the same time, my husband talks to everyone. You got it, Susan. I'm telling you. This is David's friends, okay? He used to go all the time, but he'll go to like Burger King and he meets nobody that he can't sit and talk with. And there's a couple in there that he talks to. And I think the couple go in there because the lady has Alzheimer's. And the gentleman probably doesn't cook much, if he cooks at all. So they go in there for lunch, and David will see them in there every once in a while. And they sit quite a long time, too. So David will talk to them. But it's like, he talks to them like they're his best friend forever. It's like he knows all their business. It's so funny. But yet he doesn't have he doesn't have friends like me and Mama and Gina and Deborah. We've been friends for 40 years. And I think me and Gina have been friends for 41 years but anyways, it's been a long time and I mean, we got Jamie and everything, but he really doesn't. He'll talk to Jamie. He'll go and do things for Jamie, but he doesn't sit down and spend time with anybody. That's what I'm trying to say. He'd rather be at home. He'd rather help me around the house and do things like that. He doesn't go and do much. He's funny. He's a funny guy, but it works for him. That's all that matters, right? But he'll probably fit right in. And when he makes me mad, I'll send him to the dog's house, right? We'll have to make him a little teeny shack out there, huh? Nah, he's really been doing good. I haven't gotten upset with him in a long, long time. Although he's pushing it, if you listen to the B footage, I cut a few things that he said out. He pushes my button, and I get very bossy. And when I get bossy, I get a little snippy too. But I want my bees taken care of a certain way and doing a certain thing. And he's got his own way of doing. He's got it in his hands. He's going to do it this way or not, But that's the way. I think everybody has that with their spouses. We all got our little idiosyncrasies that we either got to get over them or something. He'll be so busy tinkering around you. I have to worry about him, Kathy. Yeah, Susan, you know what he says to me? He says, no matter how big of a piece of property that we get, You're going to fill it up. Look at you. You got too many trees around here. You got too many plants. You got too many this. And he's all saying this after he broke my. I've been buying pots, clay pots, right? And I made those clay pots. He was taking one of the clay pots to the back and broke that sucker. And buddy, let me tell you, I was fit to be tied. But I didn't let him know I was mad about it. So it's like, he's like, oh, you're going to kill me, honey. I said, for what? He said, I broke your clay pot. Well, maybe he knew I was a little annoyed. And that's when he starts to picking, right? So I will definitely keep him busy. And he will definitely keep me busy. So, and it's going to be very strange living together again. Because I do things totally different than he does, and he does things totally different than I do. So we're going to have to find some compromise. So I'll definitely need prayers. You never know. He may keep his house too, and he'll go back and forth when he's wanting to, right? But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pray. And I didn't see anything else on here that I should be praying for. Let me look, make sure. I don't want to miss anything. I don't see anything else. So, in order to move up here too, and have any of my tropicals that I grow, I'm going to have to have a big greenhouse built, and it's going to have to be very tall structure, so that the trees will be able to. I'll probably have to keep them in pots and let them grow, and I think it will work pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for all this time we've had together today. I pray, Lord, that you bless this live stream and all those who are on it and all those who may watch it in the future. And I just want to uplift Barbara, sister, and I pray, Lord, that you give them peace and to help to go into this next transition, because this is not easy, and it's never easy to lose somebody, but it's not even easy. It's kind of hard to go through that drawn out stage, Lord. And I just pray that you give her grace and peace to go through this. And I want to lift up Cindy, Teresa's mom. Pray that she's able to find a good roommate soon, and that the home doesn't put somebody in there again from rehab that's not going to be there very long to upset her even more. And I pray, Lord, that Julie gets that tiller put together without any problems and don't miss any parts. And it works fantastically. And lift Becky up with this termite issue. Please, Lord, don't let them have any termites in their home. Put a protective hedge over her home so that they can kill these termites in the yard and that she won't have any problems, Lord. And I just want to say this blessing that you've done, able to send Sherry home. I pray, Lord, that she continues to get more healthier and that she's able to be at home and at peace, Lord. Thank you for all that you do for us, and strengthen all those who are sick and make them well again, Lord. And I pray for this property that if it's your will for my life, that it'll happen. I'll be able to find the finances to get involved with this and get it taken care of. And that while I'm looking, that it doesn't get sold out from underneath me, because it's so close to my friends and such a perfect opportunity for me to be able to be here, Lord. And I just thank you for all the things that you do for me in your precious sweet name. Amen. Well, I thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I just ask that you guys keep me in your prayers and that I can work this out. And from now on, I'll be saving every single dollar that I get through my hands, because it don't happen overnight. And God will send me to the perfect place, the perfect time. I'm hoping that I'll be able to finance through the owner or something. I don't know how they've got it set up. So anyways, I thank you for being here, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Everyone have a great week. God bless. Thank you. See you later, Kathy. All right, I hope to see everybody on Monday night at 9 o'clock. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless. Thank you, Brenda. I'm going to have a great week. I'm going to be heading home either Saturday or Sunday. I want to do some canning with David on Sunday, so it's going to be nice and cool to be able to do that on Sunday. So that's my goal, is to get home by Sunday. So y'all take care, and I'll see you next time here on Living Miracle Homestead. Bye now.